This video is intended for listening only. Close your eyes, relax, and let the story unfold. It's strange how the most innocent things, a child's toy, a game, a curious glance, can become a gateway to something darker, something that was never meant to be disturbed. Tonight's story is one such tale told by a man named Mr. Nin from Pathum Thani. He recalls what happened to his 10-year-old niece, Shakira, 4 years ago. A story he swears is true, and a warning for parents to watch over their children carefully. For sometimes, they don't know the danger hidden in the things they touch. It began during a family trip to Ayutthaya, the ancient capital of Thailand. Shakira, a lively little girl, had just arrived from overseas with her mother and father. She had never lived in Thailand before. She didn't speak the language. To her, everything here was exotic, colorful, and full of charm. She especially loved dolls. Tiny figures dressed in elaborate clothes fascinated her. And when she first saw the Thai silk costumes and the delicate movements of traditional dance, her young mind was spellbound. One afternoon, the family stopped for food near the old ruins. While the adults talked, Shakira wandered, her eyes catching something by the roadside. It was a large spirit house, Ayutthaya, standing tall, adorned with garlands and offerings. At its base were rows of small figures, elephants, dancers, soldiers, and among them, a collection of tiny clay nymphs, dolls shaped like Thai dancers, frozen mid-step. Their painted faces stared out with red lips and piercing black eyes. Fascinated, Shakira reached out and picked one up. She giggled, holding it delicately, spinning around in imitation of a dancer. But before she could twirl again, her aunt, the woman known simply as Auntie, snatched it away. Her voice was sharp. "Put that down." Without hesitation, the aunt hurled the figurine to the ground. The crack of breaking clay echoed faintly as she scolded her niece. She didn't believe in spirits, in taboos, or in curses. To her, it was nothing but a silly superstition. Shakira wailed, tears spilling, her small body trembling with fury and sadness. She didn't understand why the toy was taken from her, or why it had to be thrown away. That night, back at their family home in Nakhon Pathom, Shakira's sobs still hadn't ended. She cried for the doll until she fell asleep. The next morning, she woke with a fever. 2 days later, something impossible happened. Shakira, who had never spoken Thai before, looked straight at her grandmother and whispered in perfect Thai, "Why did you throw away my friend?" The grandmother froze. She assumed the aunt must have been secretly teaching her. But when questioned, both the aunt and the girl denied it. The truth was far stranger. Late one night, the grandmother rose to use the bathroom. Passing Shakira's room, she heard music, faint but unmistakable. The rhythm of Thai drums, the melody of a haunting chant. When she pushed the door open, her blood ran cold. Shakira was standing in the center of the room, her small feet moving with unnatural grace. Her arms curved, her hands bent at impossible angles, her body swaying in the slow rhythm of a classical Thai dance. As the grandmother crept closer, she saw the child's face shift. The soft features of her granddaughter faded, stretching into the powder-white mask of a dancer's face. The lips painted blood red, the eyes black as ink. The grandmother screamed and fainted on the spot. By the time others rushed in, Shakira was tucked neatly into bed, breathing peacefully, as if nothing had happened. The days that followed were darker still. Shakira grew quiet, withdrawn. She no longer played with toys. She no longer smiled. And then, without warning, she began to suffer injuries. Her left arm snapped at the bone while she played outside. No one had touched her. No one saw what caused it. When asked what happened, Shakira's eyes flared with something not her own. And in a harsh, adult voice, she snarled in Thai, "Don't interfere with me. Why did you throw my friend away?" Her aunt's stomach dropped. She remembered the doll, the one she had thrown aside. But how could this child, who never knew Thai, be speaking now with such venom? As the family prepared to return overseas, the injuries worsened. Shakira's right wrist fractured. Her small body grew fragile, as if something was breaking her piece by piece. Desperate, the aunt took her to a temple for a blessing. The monk chanted softly, sprinkling holy water across the child. But instead of flinching or smiling, Shakira raised her hands above her head, bowing in a perfect dancer's Y. Her movements were elegant, too elegant for a 10-year-old girl who had never studied the art. The aunt whispered, "It's going to be okay." But Shakira turned, eyes cold, lips curling into a faint smile. "It will be okay," she answered, in Thai. The next morning, the family sat beneath the raised wooden house, finishing their breakfast before leaving for the airport. Shakira excused herself, skipping upstairs. A few moments later, horrified screams erupted as they saw her silhouette against the balcony. She was dancing again, arms raised, toes pointed, her body spinning in slow circles. And then, with one final graceful motion, she leaned forward and dropped. Her body hit the ground with a sickening crack. Her neck snapped instantly. The family was frozen in horror. No one moved. No one spoke. Time itself seemed to stop. In the days that followed, grief consumed them. As they packed her belongings, her aunt opened a bundle of clothes. And there, hidden beneath the fabric, was a doll. Another dancer figurine, its left arm broken at the upper bone, its right wrist snapped, its head twisted unnaturally to the side. Every fracture mirrored the injuries Shakira had suffered before she died. From that day on, the house in Nakhon Pathom was abandoned. The aunt fell into depression, blaming herself endlessly. Each year, she returns briefly to make merit for Shakira, staying only one night before fleeing. And through it all, she has never let go of that doll. Sometimes, she is seen holding it, whispering apologies, as if speaking to her daughter, or to something else entirely. Some toys aren't meant to be played with. Some games aren't meant to be started. And some friends aren't meant to be kept. If you enjoyed this true Thai horror story, subscribe to Tale After Dark for more chilling tales every week.